I know what this is. It's the Ish We Talk. Let's go!
What up, everybody? What it could be, what it should be. Nah, I'm not gonna do none of that shit. You know, I be trying to fake with everybody else. Y'all know what this is. This is the ish that we talk, y'all. What's happening, everybody? I am Lily, the host of this show. What else do I want to? I don't want to say nothing, man. You know it is what it is, man. I am the joint toting. I am the black smoking. I am the crazy motherfucker that you see in front of you. I am with the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles, the do all be all of this show. If it wasn't for her, we would not be having this show. Why do I say this? Because it is definitely the truth. Real name, no gimmicks. Uh, let's give a round of applause for the Mozart of this whole thing, Miss Lindsay.
Hi. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm all right. We outside, baby. We outside today. It was a beautiful day, so I decided to do this special Father's Day edition of this episode outside. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. If I get too loud, I mean, you know, at this point, fuck the neighbors. But it is what it is. Um, let's get the pleasantries out the way. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and check this out. We are on Twitch. Yes, all you gamers, all you people that go in there and do whatever y'all want to do with the commentary or whatever. So a lot of people that got rich off Twitch. We trying to get rich off Twitch too. So we're there now.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. We are there. So
Holla at your fam.
wherever you want to see us, we are there.
Holla at your fam. I ain't gonna have no bad remarks. I had my one of my old boys, man. He a gamer. He was like, man, why you talk about it so bad about Twitch? I'm like, nigga, if you ain't the one teabagging niggas, then you don't got nothing to worry about it, nigga. You don't own Twitch.
Well, all right. Didn't expect that. Okay.
But you know, that's why I try to give it into a real lighter to it. But you know, I still got to keep it 100 with myself. The reason why I'm not gonna go so hard on Twitch is because you know, hey, I got people on Twitch that actually, you know, are not doing that freaky Jason shit. But some niggas are doing that freaky Jason shit on Twitch. But that's not for me to talk about because there's a lot of niggas that do freaky Jason shit on all the shit that we talk about.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because like Twitter is a cesspool.
A
What it is.
cesspool of fuckery, and I love it. Oh
Yeah.
my god! Sometimes you love to, you know, you want to hear about the beef that's going on between certain people, and then also you like to, you know, turn around and see somebody get their ass ate. So you know, each his own. You got
He
to take
just
your
told my ass he want to switch. No.
kids by virgin. Now I'm eating his snacks. Now I'm eating his snacks. We be eating homie snacks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I saw that you posted that and I was dead to the bed. I was like, this is ridiculous. And the
Thank
snacks
you.
could be taken so many ways. Like that could be like the radio version.
Yeah, and
If it was
Kids Bop,
good.
they definitely just gonna ride on that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Kids Bop, you gonna owe me some money.
Speaking of kids, Bob, did you see the the song that Big Frida did with Gracie's Corner?
No,
It's a bop. Hold on. Let me pull it up. It's a bop.
I
It's a
mean it's Big
video.
Frida. I ain't even gonna lie. It's Big Frida. So you
Right.
know, regardless of what anybody say, Big Frida be making real fucking slaps.
She really do. She really do. Where is it?
So I'm not. I don't take nothing away from her because like shit, she started a movement in New Orleans and it pushed everywhere.
Right. Like seriously.
You gotta respect Big Frida.
Okay. Oh shoot, I turned it down. Hold on. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Let's
That mug slapped out.
See, listen. Hey, people that are listening to me, listen. You know how much I love, you know what I'm saying, just people, period. Like, if you know me outside of this podcast, you know how much I love people, period. So I don't like to put stigmas or walls against people. I would listen. Karen would definitely be listening to that shit. Like,
Yeah, Gracie's Corner is dope.
you know, it's I can't. She or he is never gonna not see what's going on in the world, and I don't want to be the person that is acting like I am closed off from anything, because you never know what your children are going to become. So yeah, I'm listening to that shit and I'm like, oh man, nigga, I am going to be dancing around and kicking it to that song with the baby. Like, I'm not even gonna front.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, Gracie's Corner slap. Like, there's videos of like dads that just be like, you know, just randomly like cleaning up in the house and Gracie Corner is playing, and then they get the twerk. Because I'm telling you, that mug slap.
Well, I'm not gonna
And
twerk, but I'm
might do a
definitely gonna
little
vibe
vibe.
to the music. Like, I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna vibe to it. Like, nah.
yeah. It like it ain't your typical Nick Jr. show. So yeah.
And that's actually pretty fresh. And it's a total left from what we're gonna talk about, but
Right,
I
that's
will
what
say
knocked
this.
it off.
Right. But I will say this. I don't like closed-minded people. You know, I really got a problem with closed-minded people, especially when it comes to your children. So like, don't look at this and be like, oh my God, y'all gonna let Big Frida influence your children. First of all, Big Frida ain't influencing shit. You are supposed to influence your. So if you're an absentee parent and Big Frida has to, you know what I'm saying, school your kids, nigga, that's on you. But if you a
Yeah.
motherfucker that bobs and shows that, you know, everybody is inclusive with each other, doing that with your children, like, then your children will be better people. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. When I first saw it, I was thinking that too. I was like, now this is how you do representation. Like, it's not down your throat, it's organic and it's fun. Like, you can't deny Big Freedom. That's just what it is. You can't deny her. You know what I mean? And it made sense. Like, the collab made sense. Unlike Budweiser and that one person, I forgot their name.
I don't even know
That
the
didn't make sense.
person who
Yeah.
they are, but I will say, you know, it was funny, but I knew the mistake that Budweiser made. But I
Mm-hmm.
was just waiting on everybody else to say, oh man, this is dumb shit. And then when everybody came out, I was like, yeah. It is like, you can be inclusive, but what you can't do is be dumb and try to exclude everybody else that bought your fucking product.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I get the intent and it is appreciated, but it's just the execution. Like, you're not gonna get people on board when you're trying to shove it down their throat. I mean, it's just what it is, you know. No pun intended, but yeah.
No,
So
that was a big pause.
yeah. But
That
yeah.
was a big pop. But I'm gonna let you ride on that. But that was it. Yeah, that was what it was. And then you know, I love to point out that, you know, they were looking at the short game, because the short game was people were gonna buy a bunch of fucking Bud Light and then trash the shit, and that's what happened. But you know, the long game into that is now Bud Light is gay. You know, so I mean, I don't know if they're gonna make money off of that, but what I've seen so far is every time motherfuckers be on some extra shit, they be like, Dad, I got something to tell you. Excuse me while I burped on camera, but like, Dad, I got something to tell you. And they like, what's up, son? And then they just slide them a Bud Light. And they be like, oh, shit. Like, if you ain't seen that real funny as fuck to me. I'm like, nigga,
No,
what?
I have not seen that. No.
That shit is so fucking hilarious to me. The motherfucker dude be like, Dad, I got something to tell you. And he's like, what's up, son? You can tell me whatever. And they gave him a heavy pause. He was like, and then he slid the shit across the table, and his dad picked it up. And you expect the motherfucker to be concerned and be like, whatever, I love you anyway. This nigga was like, what the fuck? And I thought that shit was hilarious.
Right. People are ignorant, dog. Like, oh my gosh.
I want to remake that. That's how funny it was. I was like, see, that's the real life I will remake, because that's funny as fuck.
Right. But yeah. Yeah, but back on to the topics.
Right, yeah.
That we didn't even start, and we're 16 minutes in. But hey, nobody's counting.
This is what we do, people. Y'all love us. Y'all know y'all love us, man. Don't talk that shit.
Right. So, well, let's get some easy stuff out the way. Kelis is now reportedly dating Bill Murray. Kelis is like in her early 40s. I want to say like either 42, 43. And Bill Murray is, from what I hear, 72. So, they've been spotted at a couple of places lately. So that's pretty much the rumor. Do you have any thoughts behind this?
Hey, listen. What we learned last podcast is these old white niggas is winning. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't have nothing bad to say about Kelis. All that shit that she went through with Nas, okay, that's cool. But then we gotta understand this about her. She's a very independent lady that actually farms and does the shit that all of us niggas talk about doing. And she does it. And then for the fact that she does that, and she found comfort in a dude that's damn near a recluse. So she had to find this nigga. Let's not get it twisted. She had to find this nigga and intertwine with this nigga. If this bitch ain't a genius, I don't know what the fuck a genius is. Because not only is she gonna keep her farmland good, she has enough money now with the backing of Bill Murray to grow this shit. So shouts out to Kelis for doing what the fuck she had to do as a queen that she's supposed to be. Hey, y'all gotta stop trying to put the narrative of how she go from Nas to Bill Murray. Who the fuck y'all think Bill Murray is, my nigga? Bill Murray ain't no fly-by-night nigga. Bill Murray is the shit. Right. Bill Murray is Ghostbusters itself. Bill Murray's is Mr. Scrooge. Bill Murray at one point was the most sought after actor in the game. So y'all got Kelis fucked up, and y'all got me fucked up for even having this fucking conversation.
Yeah, like that's low key a come up. You know what I mean?
Nigga, like, that's high key a come up.
Yeah.
Nigga, if my sister start fucking with Bill Murray, you think I'm gonna say something? Nigga, I'm gonna hand clap and and parade that shit.
Right. Like, I'm putting it up on Twitter. Like, so I'm dating Bill Murray. As you were, America. Like,
exactly. Because what is anybody gonna say? Not a goddamn thing. Nobody can say nothing. Nobody can do nothing. What it is, man. You gotta respect it how you supposed to. And that's the thing. You can't shoot Bill Murray. Bill Murray ain't one of them niggas that did a bunch of side B movies. This nigga was a fucking, at one time he was a motherfucking grade A actor. This is, like I said, he was sought after in Hollywood. Like, get the fuck. And now he's still sought after. That's the thing. Right. He's still sought after. And you gotta like climb a Himalayan mountain. You gotta fuck a goat. You gotta talk to a lady that only speaks Malaysian, and then you have to go down this tunnel and you pick up a fucking rotary phone and call this nigga. This is how hard it is to connect with this guy.
What?
The
Not the
fuck
rotary phone.
yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Have you ever heard how hard it is to get in contact with this dude? You gotta look that shit up. This shit is amazing.
No, I never thought about it, And then,
Bill,
also he was just in Quantum Mania.
mm-hmm.
He had he had like 1 or 2 scenes and he did good, as expected, So
Man, they said when they was doing that what's that Zombieland shit?
mm-hmm.
They said the only person that could get in contact with him was Woody Harrelson. And you know why? Because they keep the same type of mental. They don't have agents. They don't have a bunch of people running them. They have their personal phone that only their closest people to get in contact with them.
Oh, wow.
But they don't even answer that phone. You know what that phone is? That phone is a fax machine. And then whoever's close to them read the fucking faxes and then tell them niggas who to call.
Wow. To be disconnected like that would be such a joy.
And that's why whenever they break out, it's for millions of dollars, because I'm not breaking out for nothing less.
Right. But like them, so they already paid their dues tenfold. Like, they don't owe nobody nothing.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
I love it. I'm like, nigga, that scenario, that first scenario I said about Bill Murray, I wanted to be me. I wanted to be, nigga, like, nah, well, you're going to have to, if I'm staying in the city, you're going to have to hike Swope Park. You're going to have to, not only do you have to hike Swope Park, you got to take 2 miles of Loose Park, and then you got to go down Paseo. You got to walk that motherfucker at midnight, and then you got to go down to Hocus Pocus 12th and Locust and find the nearest payphone and then page me. That's the only way now I want to be that rich. I want to be that rich, my nigga.
Man, I'm talking about
because then after you settle all that shit, you know every call you get is important.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about like at high noon on Sunday, the 3rd Sunday of the month. You can only Nextel chirp me.
Shit. And hey, listen, the people that is able to live that life, man, I'm talking about, nigga. Not only do I give y'all all the flowers, man, I envy you niggas.
Yeah,
I envy y'all, because that's the thing that's crazy. How in the fuck you were making a blockbuster movie, and it took you a whole damn near sacrifice of a baby to get 1 star on there, and then it took you to sacrifice a woman who was pregnant to get another nigga that's just only gonna be in here for 10 minutes.
But he gonna give you the best 10 minutes of his life.
People say that was one of the best scenes in the fucking movie.
Right.
Nigga.
Yeah.
To have that type of chop in here. Niggas talk about big dick energy. That's the biggest dicks I've ever seen in my life.
Without seeing them. Right.
Without seeing them. This is the biggest dicks I ever seen. You gotta have a dick to say, hey man, listen, you gotta drink Portuguese firstborn child milk. Then not only do you have to bathe in the lakes of Winnetonka, you have to shower in the filthy waters of the Missouri River. And then you have to page me 911. And after you do that, you have to Nextel chirp me. Once again, it's on, my nigga. And then that's the only way I'm going to pick up my phone. You know how big my dick is at that point? My nigga's the biggest dick in the room.
Right. It'd
Because
be
niggas
dead
is gonna
ass.
do it.
Right. It'd be dead ass. And people like, okay, so can you run that by me again? Which one is the first step and then the third step? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude, your shit
Absolutely.
is slapping fucking elephant trunks at this point.
Right. And like, do you want my 10 minutes or not?
I mean, do you want it or not? Like, nigga, I'm
Right.
gonna drag this dick with me. So it is what it is.
Right.
So you
Well,
goddamn right he fucking Kelis. Like,
yeah.
when
I'm
it's
telling
all
you.
said and done,
Right.
you
Because at
goddamn
the
right he fucking. Who else could do it? You already know she crazy. Who else can tame a crazy woman? But a
right.
nigga that's confident in himself.
Right. Because at the end of the day, she did tell us that her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, even the recluse
Even a
boy.
recruit. And listen, I don't even have to bring my. I don't even have to bring myself to the yard. I am so full of myself. I just dropped my dick off and left and said, "Hey, call me."
Right. Right. I didn't have to come to her yard. I brought the yard to me,
Exactly.
you know?
She had to follow the trail.
Right. Mm. But yeah. Well, best of luck to them.
I love it, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Kelis and Bill Murray. That's one of those things where I accept it and respect it, nigga. That's hard. Like for
Yeah.
real. Just imagine if they do something real positive like Paul Newman was doing with like salads and
Mhm.
dressings and all. Now I respect it. Niggas don't think about the big picture. I look at the big picture, nigga. That's big.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know. Um I mean, we should definitely see what they do with it, but yeah. I don't have nothing but positive things to say about it, you know. So, hope it works out for them.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hope y'all
So,
last. And
right.
I hope Nas show up to your wedding and rap for it.
Okay. He gonna be the MC of the reception. But yeah. Yeah. So, moving on. Uh let's get the ratchet shit out the way.
Let's get it.
Miss Joseline Hernandez. So we are talking about her again for the second week in a row. Because this past weekend, Mayweather had a exhibition fight with one of the Gotti's grandsons, one of
Like
John Gotti's grandsons.
who the fuck even knew this nigga existed? Not to cut you off, but I didn't know shit about John Gotti the third.
Yeah, I did. They used to have a reality show back in the day.
I say I didn't know shit about it. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga?
What I mean, I'm not done with the introduction yet, but sidebar. Why is Mayweather doing these exhibition fights? Like, what are we doing? Why is he giving people that aren't fighters a chance to get in the
Because
ring with a living?
because he can't lose. You
I
seen how
get it.
I don't know if everybody's seen the fight, but in that fight, Gotti the third was getting way too aggressive for an exhibition fight, and the referee, you know what I'm saying, cut it off. He said, "That's it. You can't
Mhm.
lose in those fights." So therefore, he is always going to remain undefeated because
Right,
and though unless he can knock them out, but they can't aggressively come at him because the fight's over at that point.
right. I mean, I get that, and I get it's a money grab, and I get it's not gonna affect his record. I get all of that. What I'm saying is that you already got all the money. Why do you need to keep doing these money grabs? Because like I feel like exhibition fights for somebody that got a perfect record or damn near close to a perfect record is like something that like if you are like ridiculously in debt and you need to come out of debt right quick, or like trying to relive something because you've been retired for 10, 15 years, like on some Rocky Balboa shit. Like, what was that, Rocky 6?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, like something like that. Or like when Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. did their fight. You know what I mean? Like Mayweather already got him. I wouldn't put myself in a ring to be fighting some people like John Gotti's grandson. Like
nah.
no. Mm-mm.
My
But
thing is, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, no, I was just gonna continue with the intro, but what was you gonna say?
No, go ahead and continue.
Well, I was gonna go to Joseline, but you was about to say
Oh,
something about the fight.
about that. Just again, we take lefts, people. So but this is what I'm gonna say about this. Um, uh, at one point, because I got cousins that went that box Golden Gloves, and you know, I've been around them a couple of times. What I will say is the things I hear in the boxing world is this shit. Floyd don't have that money like he say he do. So um, Floyd always spends above his means, and therefore he makes it up. He makes his money back with these small little, these fights right here, like, because like he got a bag. Don't get it twisted. He's way more papered up than most people. So let's put this in perspective. So if the average rich nigga payout every year just through taxes, through bills and mortgage and all, know what I'm saying, and everything that he got to go through, spending habits, say your average is 10, 15 million. Floyd's average is 50 to 75. So yeah, he got a bag, but he blows it too fast. And so he has to recoup. He has to constantly recoup. So that's why he does the things he do. Again, this is allegedly. This is the things that I hear from the boxing world perspective. I don't know for sure, but I know if I'm spending 75 million a fucking year, and then every other year I do a fucking exhibition match that guarantees me 150 to 200 million. Yeah, that's what's keeping me afloat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that would make more sense then, because I was just like, I would not put myself at risk of endangering myself even more than what I probably have done throughout my career on these little stupid ass exhibition fights.
Yeah,
but when you say it like that, that can make more sense, and that's unfortunate if that is the case. But
yeah. Again, I don't know. This is, know what I'm saying?
yeah,
This is the things I've heard, but everybody don't tell the truth. Especially, listen, I'm talking to niggas that's staying in the town that I live in. So, but it just makes sense because those people that I'm talking to are in the boxing world.
hmm yeah, and they would be more privy to it than me. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, so we went to the fight. Well, I didn't go personally, but there was this fight over the weekend. You do know that Mayweather has partnered up with Zeus. So with him partnering up with Zeus, um, the fights are exclusively streamed on the app, and all the celebrities from the app go to his events. So at this particular event, um, Blueface and Krishan performed, and Krishan was pregnant performing, and Joseline performed. So, and then also with the Zeus celebrities, they also had other Zeus celebrities that were there doing commentary as well. So uh I guess they were like backstage or something. Joseline ends up running into Big Lex. Now, if anybody's watched Joseline's Cabaret, then you would know who Big Lex is. Big Lex is from season 2. If you don't watch the show, but are on social media and seeing things that go viral and whatnot, if I can take you back a couple of years when season 2 was about to premiere, there was a clip from the premiere episode where this girl had talked about how she had just had an abortion of twins. And then somebody thinking out loud was like, damn, double homicide.
Double homicide.
Well, the girl that said, damn, double homicide is Big Legs. So by the end of the season, Big Legs and Joseline end up, getting into it real bad. They was trying to fight each other on the stage, typical Johnson's Cabaret stuff. Um, since the show, however, Big Lex has been doing interviews, has been going live, posting all types of stuff. Um, Basically, in a nutshell, talking about how if she catches Joseline again, it's on site. Fast forward to this past weekend, it was on site, and Joseline beat the shit out of that girl. Joseline beat the shit out that girl. I mean, golly. So, it's conflicting reports on how it ended up transpiring, but from what I saw from the videos, that girl was almost passed out as tight as Joseline had her in a headlock.
I mean,
Uh,
they was saying she got jumped, man. That's the word on the street.
that Joseline got jumped or that Big Legs got jumped.
Big Legs got jumped.
And see, I had heard both, you know. Um, but from the video, it was Big Legs and Joseline fighting. Then it looked like it was another man that was in on it too. However, that was not a man, that was a woman. It was Melissa from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She was on one season, briefly dated Mimi. She's a stud. So she had on men's clothing, had a man haircut. And then once they finally broke them up, because Joseline's husband was also there, Ballistic. And if anybody again watches Joseline Cabaret, you do know that Ballistic takes up for his woman, and he don't give a damn who it's against. Um, Last season he was fighting girls at the reunion, so he didn't necessarily fight in the clips I saw, but he was talking and screaming very aggressively at Big Lex to the point where if she would have said one wrong thing, he would have stole on her. I believe. Um,
Yeah, you
then,
won't be wrong for that.
right. Then Joseline, was pissed off. There was zoo security around. Uh some of them were, really in Joseline's circumference to where she got really pissed off and started slapping the security guard in the face. He had the patience of Job, and he's better than me. So, but she ended up getting around him, got Big Lex again. They was fighting again. They got broke up again. Then there was another girl who had her drink in her hand and she threw it on Joseline. Why she do that? Joseline was like randomly hitting people too. Forgot about that part. And after the girl threw the drink on her, she had on heels and tried to like aggressively walk away. But Melissa caught her. And she did something we couldn't see because the dude that was recording was right behind somebody big ass head when Melissa did whatever she did. But we heard the crowd reaction, so Melissa did something. But yeah. After that, something else transpired because Joseline ended up getting arrested and she got 4 charges. From my understanding, was that it didn't have nothing to do with that actual fight that was backstage. However, Big Lex did get away. She went down the street to a gas station and she called the police. And the audio of her 911 call leaked a couple of days after the videos leaked. And she was on there. She doesn't sound like she's been beat up, if that is a sound. But she was like, I got beat up real bad. So do whatever you want to with that. But my whole opinion about this is that you can't play pussy. When you play pussy, pussies get fucked. So what you want us to do? You've been talking shit for the past 2 years.
Oh my God.
Like you've been talking shit for the past 2 years, and then when you see her, now all of a sudden you're getting jumped and you're getting beat up real bad and you want to call the police, but you basically been threatening her that when you see her, it's on site for the past 2 years. You was talking about how you wanted her. You was talking about how you had niggas for her nigga. You was, I mean, you was on it. So, especially with you going to a Zeus event, especially with the person that you were funking with that you know is going to be there because they're a performer at said event, why would you come to the event not ready? If at the very least you should have had on a shirt and some flats. You had on neither. You was trying to be too cute. And you should have wore your real hair and not a wig. You was trying to be too cute. Which I get, but again, you're going somewhere where somebody that you've been threatening for the past 2 years is going to be at. Doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't feel sorry for you.
No, I don't.
You know. But what are your thoughts?
Listen, one thing I love about this show is you really, really, really like when you deep dive into every part of that shit. And like sometimes I'll be wanting to chime in, but you be a quote unquote because it's Pride Month, so I'm a represent we all inclusive. Quote unquote, you give all the tea, so I just be backing up like shit. Go ahead, bitch. Like, I let you do your thing. Hey,
you know, I try.
You be really and it's like shit. Everything is like self-explanatory. Like,
yeah.
It's my whole thing in a nutshell is this. Why in the fuck at this point in life, when you're in these type of situations, did you expect the realest nigga breathing if you hold your breath to not come after you? Like, everybody can say what they want about Joseline and Ballistic, like, because it's a whole lot of backlash and all this. And, you know, all right, cool. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Only thing I'm gonna tell you is this. Everybody named Mama since 2011 or 2012 knew Joseline was a dog. Not like no bullshit ass bark, 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 bark. Never really fuck with nobody. No, she a dog. She a dog, nigga. She's barking, she about to bite. Like, this is the thing. You want to you want to de-escalate this shit as soon as she get loud, cause some shit about to pop off.
Yeah.
If y'all don't realize that by now, you niggas is just stupid. And then one thing about Joseline is the niggas that she had behind her for a long time wasn't about the shit she was on. So basically, they look like real pussies. Ballistic ain't never looked like a pussy behind Joseline. Now, it's a lot of things that you might be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that as a man. As a man, I ain't about to do that. I ain't gonna be on this. I ain't gonna be on that. But at the same time, you really do gotta respect. And I hate to, know what I'm saying, to bust anybody's bubble, but this is the truth. You know, when we become grown, motherfucker, it's always got to be a motherfucker that, know what I'm saying, that gatekeeps us. You got to respect the nigga who is gatekeeping her to also be like, nigga, I'm with the shit too. So if y'all go haywire, nigga, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got to respect that. Like, as much as like the first time they got into it, you know, I was totally against what he was representing. But at the end of the day, man, I had to, as I get older, I realized like, nah, like, this that woman's gatekeeper. So and you have questioned this nigga. Like, let's not get it twisted. You have called this nigga out too. So of course I'm gonna let my bitch destroy you. And if I can get one in there too, I'm gonna get one in there too. I wish a nigga would say something to me. Nigga, I'm knocking everybody out tonight. This is the shit I'm on. I can fake the phone like I'm trying to break this shit up, but I don't give a fuck. This shit's supposed to happen. You playing with a dog. Like that. I don't think people really understand that shit. I know Mike Tyson made this made this shit evident in the boxing world when he used to tell niggas, y'all went to like $1 million training camps to learn how to do this. I'm a dog. I had to learn how to do this on the streets. I will stop breathing before you motherfuckers will ever, know what I'm saying, beat me. Like, this is the shit that Joseline be on. Y'all niggas don't be on. Y'all niggas just got on and got cute and got famous. This bitch was on this shit and was getting cute and famous at the same time. It's a big difference. She been on whooping niggas ass and getting cute and getting famous at the same time. Y'all was just focused on getting cute and getting famous and talking shit about fighting. No, this shit, no.
Right, and not
You
the
know
same.
what I'm saying? This shit for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
you niggas is wrong. I don't know what I'm saying, nigga. Motherfuckers is talking down on Josh. The only thing I will say is, Josh, damn, stop fucking up your bag. Period.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say. But anything other than that, man, I'm gonna say, hey, listen. Y'all niggas know what y'all bargain for when y'all fuck with her. And then listen, the dude that owns Zeus, that's a diabolical ass nigga. That I thought Sandoval was a villain. This nigga's a villain.
He's the real villain out of all of this.
Because this nigga knows his fucking network. They got a bunch of shit on his network, but the bread earners or the drama shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This nigga was partners with Mayweather to even put this shit together. So he knew, he knew something was going. Goddamn. Burping like a motherfucker. He knew something was gonna happen. And he was with that shit.
Yeah.
And if the Floyd Mayweather team was like, what's going on? He like, nah, film it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we gotta understand the powers that we fucking with. We fucking with a dog and Joseline, and we fucking with this fucking diabolical ass nigga. I forgot his name, but the nigga that owns Zeus.
Lemmy Plummer, something like that. But yeah, like I'm not even gonna put it on him. Like, I know a lot of people like to blame him for a lot of stuff, but it's like he's catering to a specific audience. He's giving them what they want. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm
not mad at him. I'm saying, look at the superior villain that this nigga is. Like, this nigga was like, bet I'm going to go in half on this fucking shit because I know I'm gonna double my money back easy. Boom. I'm gonna go in half on that. Not only am I gonna do that, I'm going to put all of the volatile bitches that on my, know what I'm saying, that's been on my network. I'm gonna send them there for free, and I'm gonna see what they gonna do, and I'm gonna film that shit.
Yeah. Because I'm sure the cameras was rolling. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't think cameras was rolling, you a god. You out your fucking mind if you don't think they had cameras rolling that whole time.
Right. Because I believe they're in production for season 4 of Joseline's Cabaret. So so I'm pretty sure the cameras was rolling. But yeah, like I just like I said, I don't feel sorry for that girl. Like, you did this to yourself. This you got what you asked for these past 2 years, you know. And then you want to call the police. And then this is the thing about about Ballistic. Like, I'm not even like 100% mad at him for having his woman's back. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have your woman's back. Now, some men go about it in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Some men, you know, they may not get into it. They may not get into an actual physical fight, helping their girl fight somebody. Some men may do it, you know. You don't know what type of man your opponent got, you know. So they may not be somebody that may beat on women, but they also may be somebody that at the end of the day they gonna have their mates back, and
That's
they don't give a damn who it is. They gonna beat their ass. Period.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what God loves, nigga, and I'm gonna only tell you this today because this ain't every man. But that man that know what I'm saying that don't mind putting their hands on motherfuckers, like they don't care, like they not gonna let their woman get mollywopped. I'm gonna just keep it
Yeah.
100 with you. They not gonna let that shit unless they want it to happen. Like if they wanted her to get mollywopped, that's the only way a man that don't care about squabbling, like cause niggas squabble. Everybody squabble. That's the thing, nature. But some niggas be like only squabble dudes. Them niggas would be like, I don't give a fuck who I fight. They not gonna let that woman get beat up. I'm gonna give I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It ain't a nigga alive that thinks like that. That's gonna watch his woman get beat, bow, 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 and he don't go in there. He gonna go in there and bow, piece of shit out of bitch, and he gonna tell his bitch to get back on her bearings because now we gotta fight the whole lot.
Right. Like it's about to be a brawl now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he's gonna have his woman's back, point blank in the period. Especially against some bitches. Like we ain't talking about scholars. We ain't talking about upstanding women pillars in the community. We talking about bitches that got on a reality show to one, take their clothes off, and to two, fight. And y'all trying to come after my woman? No, we not about to do that one. Dude. Because if don't nobody else have her back, I'm gonna have her back.
I'm gonna keep it a beam with the whole world right now, and I'm gonna tell y'all the honest to God truth, and y'all can judge me how y'all want to judge me. My woman is 5'4". I'm 5'7". I'm a tank. Like I'm not even gonna exaggerate or bullshit aside or none of that. Like I'm a big 5'7". So I know I can handle myself. But if a woman 5'11" built like me tries to fight Jasmine, you got one punch to make me think that, oh shit, she could have got her with that. You got one. Before I snatch you up and throw you all the way across the fucking room, you got me all the way for this. It's not about to happen.
Right, you gonna have to get her while she by herself.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just one of those. I'm gonna keep it totally 100 with you, and I got full confidence in Jasmine. But I'm telling you, if I see that one hit that makes her stumble back, oh man, that bitch ain't gonna know what the fuck hit her, because all of a sudden she just gonna realize she's at the wall. Because I'm gonna just throw her, and I'm gonna be like, we gotta go.
Right.
We gotta fucking go.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you're not getting beat up, not on my watch. Right?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I know what I'm saying. We ain't about to fight everybody. It ain't about to be no big scene, because I can guarantee you, man or a woman, that once you see me throw this big ass bitch, you ain't about to swing on me. You about to let me take my woman the fuck out of here.
Right. And I can't be mad at that either. Because even in that, you're restraining, or you're withstanding from hitting her. You know what I mean? Even in throwing her across the room, you didn't hit her, But you don't know.
I ain't gonna punch her lights out, because if I punch her lights out, then it's gonna be a nigga. Like if she's 5'11", just imagine she's 5'11", she might be the fucking run of the litter. So I'm not fighting no 6'9" nigga. I'm not doing that. I'm going to jail because I'm shooting this nigga. Right. If this nigga be like, yeah, you knocked my sister out, I'm gonna be like, well, shit. Your sister about to go to your funeral if you swing on me, nigga. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. That is no sir,
right. Okay. But my point being is that, like, you don't know what type of man somebody got. You know what I mean? So it's like, do you really want to go down this road? And like Big Lex went down that road, and it didn't work out too good for her. So yeah. So that
never worked out. I mean, shit, because I remember the reunion show. Shit, she already knew what ballistic was about.
Right, because he was about to fight her ass at the reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he didn't, I want to say, man, because I was real. If I think about that episode, because I was really mad about. I'm like, damn it, nigga, why you so aggressive with this bitch? And then
Yeah.
as I know what I'm saying, as I progressed, I realized like, nah, that's his bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah,
Mm-hmm.
you do, because I know what I'm saying. After I seen that, it was certain situations that, you know what I'm saying, made me really flex up for Jasmine. I'm like, nah, that's my nigga. That's my bitch, nigga. If you embarrass my bitch, then you embarrassing me, nigga. You got me fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, straight up. Straight up.
I'm not,
So
I ain't going for that shit. I'm not doing
yeah.
that, nigga. Y'all can cut that shit right out right now unless y'all want to get down. Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? I done been in situations lately, and Jasmine contested that, where she be like, damn, this dude, you got to stop doing that. You just be by yourself. But like, nah, nigga, unless you want to get down, man, nigga, you heard what she said, man. It is what it is. What you trying to do?
Right. Right. Because like all this talking I'm not doing. So what's up?
Yeah, what you trying to
Yeah.
do? Like, if we gonna get into some gangster shit, let's stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Right.
stop talking for real.
Right.
You
Right.
realize she ain't by herself, and now you want to shut the fuck up. I ain't with none of that pussy ass shit, nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And neither is ballistic. So yep. And he ain't going nowhere no time soon. He's locked
Exactly.
in. Yeah. They are locked in. So yeah. So yeah, with this is definitely a developing story. So I'm sure we're gonna revisit it soon. Um
Yeah, I
so
want to see
yeah.
what charges stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I want to
also
see if
want to
they
see if
got
she
any
got dope
footage.
in her system. Because if she got dope in her system, that resisting police with aggression is going to stick.
Yeah. Yeah. I would I wonder if anybody got the footage of that, you know. And it looked like she like in her mugshot, she looked high. I'm not even gonna hold you. She looked high in that damn mugshot. Or coming down at least.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is not an exaggeration, people. We ain't making no allegations. Everybody know Joseline Hernandez was off cocaine.
yeah, yeah,
You
she
know,
admitted to it.
yeah, she admitted to it. So we all know that shit. So it's not one of those things where we're making an allegation or none of that. You know what it is.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So that's that. So next up, all right, let's uh let's talk about gunplay. So, this all started from a car show. Yeah. Okay. So DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club, he has a car show that he's been doing for a couple years now. Rick Ross also has a car show that he just did for the second year in a row. This particular year, they were initially having a friendly back and forth between the car shows, talking shit back and forth to one another. Then it took a turn and they started hitting below the belt. Started saying a lot of things that doesn't show either one of them in the best of lights. Rick Ross started calling DJ Envy DJ Envious, and also told him that he has a job for his girlfriend, that she can be his pickleboard paddle polisher. Yeah.
Say that again so
So
people understand that.
a pickleboard, no, pickleball, excuse me. Pickleball paddle polisher. Yeah. And yeah.
What that sound like to you, Lindsay?
Well, he did a gesture when he said it in the video. So, um, It looked like he would be like smacking her on her ass. A pickleball paddle is like a ping pong paddle. It's a little bigger. Looks like it's a little heavier. So
Yeah. So
he,
it meant that she can play with his dick and balls.
yeah, basically. So and then DJ Envy, if he has a girlfriend, I don't know, but he does have a wife, and I was assuming that's who he was talking about when he said girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
So yeah. Um, but like, you never know with niggas, they can have girlfriends too and still have a wife. So but anyway,
Niggas can't have girlfriends. I don't
yeah.
think I don't think Envy has a girlfriend. Um, but that's not me downplaying Envy. He probably has somebody on the side, but I don't think it's a girlfriend. But we ain't even gonna
We're
discuss
gonna
it.
move past that. So um DJ Envy replied with shooting an episode of The Breakfast Club in a correctional officer's uniform. We all know that Rick Ross, before he was the biggest boss, was a CO. So he did that, and then he also brought up how he calls himself the biggest boss. However, his homeboy from way back in the day, and also at one point was signed to Maybach Music, Gunplay, who has recently welcomed the little baby girl into the world. His daughter had medical issues and had to have surgery right after birth. And his girlfriend put up a GoFundMe to assist with the medical bills. So DJ Envy brings this up because he was just like, how is your homeboy putting up a GoFundMe and you supposed to be the biggest boss and you can't even help him? He didn't really go into detail why he put up the GoFundMe or anything like that. He just mentioned Gunplay having the GoFundMe. Gunplay, of course, got mad. Because
Of
he's just
course.
like, why am I in it? See, like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. So,
It's
he
about a
expressed,
car show. This is about a
right, this is
car
about
show.
a car show. He expressed his disdain for the comment. Charlemagne ended up brokering a conversation between DJ Envy and Gunplay. Unbeknownst to DJ Envy, Gunplay was recording. And apparently in Florida, it is illegal to record a conversation without both parties knowing.
It's actually
So,
illegal. It's actually illegal everywhere.
well, it depends. It depends on the state. Like, in what is that, California, you don't have to let the other person know, but in Florida you do. So it just really depends on the state on if it's illegal or not. Apparently in Florida it is illegal. So and that's where Gunplay is. But Gunplay records this conversation, puts the recording on his Instagram. A lot of people was commenting on it, going against what Gunplay was doing and whatnot. But when DJ Envy found out about it, he ended up going on the Breakfast Club the next day. Excuse me, and expressed his disdain for the conversation being recorded and posted on social media, along with saying how lawyers have reached out to him so that he could, sue him for that
Yeah.
and all this type of stuff. I don't think he was gonna proceed with it at that point,
Nah.
but he did, talk about it on the show, and him nor Charlemagne knew that he was recording. Um, things got a little worse to where Gunplay ended up getting a cease and desist sent to DJ Envy on behalf of him and his girlfriend. He posted that on his Instagram as well. A lot of people commented on that as well. Then next thing you know, maybe like probably like about a week after Rick Ross's car show, um, Gunplay posted another video of him at Rick Ross's house. Rick Ross is laying in the bed. Gunplay is presenting him with a chain and a medallion for something. I don't know. But
It says animal shelter.
yeah, whatever that is. But
Yeah, okay.
yeah. Excuse me. So he presented him with this
It's
chain.
Pride Month, so I gotta be like, girl, spill that tea.
But yeah, he presented him with this chain. And Rick Ross, was like, thank you. He was appreciative. It just was a weird video because Rick Ross didn't even care enough to put a shirt on or even sit up in the bed, let alone, stand up or anything. He just was laying in the bed. He barely moved. But
He's
yeah,
the
but
biggest boss. The biggest boss don't have to get out of bed unless it's for somebody.
I guess. But yeah, so that video gets posted. So a lot of people start, saying, hey, how can you be presenting this chain to this millionaire who doesn't need any more jewelry or anything like that when you had a GoFundMe up for your daughter's medical bills? So obviously you have money. Therefore, I want a refund. So a lot of people requested for a refund. Apparently, they did send them refunds, and then Gunplay and his girlfriend go on to a podcast, and Gunplay proceeds to cuss out everybody that requested for a refund. And start talking about if you wanted a refund, that means you didn't give from your heart, and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, yeah. Now, I did hear a little bit more of the clip outside of, excuse me, the tongue lashing that these people got, and his girlfriend was saying that she had to like present all the medical bills and stuff to show where all the money was allocated to from the GoFundMe, and then also they can't do anything without people being like, oh, well, you can do that and give me my money back. She was like, we can't even go out to eat at a restaurant without somebody being like, oh, you can go eat, we'll give you my money back. So to that degree, it kind of sucks because it's like, okay, this was an extreme circumstance, of course. um People don't, some people just don't know what will happen, to where they may need some assistance, you know, and then you should be able to continue to live your life after you get that assistance as however you see fit. In the same breath, if you are posting lavish meals and these big ass chains and all this type of stuff, you can't get mad at the people that are saying, well, if you can do that, then that means that you really do got money and you really didn't need mine. So can I have mine back? So it's when you do a GoFundMe, you kind of open yourself up to that. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, and you kind of can't really be mad. It's just like, yeah, okay, if they ask for their money back, fine, give them their money back. But to cuss people out for that, when you probably will feel the same way had the shoe been on the other foot, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. But what are your thoughts on it?
Shit. The whole fact that Gunplay got brought into this is so fucking fucked up to me because this shit is this shit was just about a car show.
And they weren't even rival car shows. That's the killer part about all
Yeah,
this. They weren't even rival car shows. They were two different types of car shows, two different target markets. Like they were not rivals. Out the only thing that was common, they weren't even in the same town. They weren't even in the same weekend. The only thing that was common about them was that motor vehicles would be present. Like that's it.
The thing
But
is, but
yeah.
see, this the whole clinch to me. Because they said it all started from that Drink Champs episode when Rick Ross was talking about the car shows, and he was saying,
Oh yeah.
you were saying he was saying, DJ Envy's little car show.
Yeah. And he was saying like they don't compare.
Yeah. And like the thing is, this is what I don't understand. It's like, even when like, I'm not gonna discredit Rick Ross for who he is or what he does or anything. But I'm gonna just say, as how I grew up and how I've got older, and I think DJ Envy is just only a couple years older than me. You start knowing, like, yeah, like, you can call my shit little, cool, because I know you do things, what you do over there ain't got shit to do with what I do over here. I wouldn't have never even tried to make it a thing in the first place. But that's how just being not downplaying Rick Ross, not playing downplaying DJ Envy, but I'm gonna just keep it 100. This is how niggas pride speak way more than they wisdom does, because it shouldn't have never even. We are in two different fields when it comes to these car shows. It shouldn't even have been a reason why this escalated. And so it escalated to a point where you bring another nigga into it, and then this nigga, regardless of what anybody thinks, this is just purely my opinion. This nigga doesn't take the high road. He takes the low road. But at the same time, you can't expect somebody to give you the same equal energy. Sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down. This nigga decided to go down. This nigga decided to punch low with you. Yeah, it's cool. You don't press charges, you don't do anything, but when you throw a nigga name out there, you can't expect this nigga to act accordingly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The whole thing about the chain and all that, man, listen. What you gotta realize is Gunplay's livelihood, and that's not downplaying Gunplay or anything. But Gunplay doesn't have a fucking platinum plaque or fucking anthems that we listen to. So basically what he is the hype man of Rick Ross. So whatever he decides to do to acknowledge, hey, I'm glad you can afford to give me this bag so much that I want to give you something back. I don't even know why people are looking at that, you know what I'm saying, a weird way. Like, yeah, Rick Ross is weird. Like, yeah, that whole not getting out of bed and staying there with his shirt off, all that's cool. But at the end of the day, man, everybody pays homage to the nigga that makes sure that they stay fed, and that's all Gunplay was doing.
I get that, but I mean, I also get people being like, "Well, if you can afford that, give me my money back."
I get that, but at the same time, you can't throw that on Gunplay because when you go through your not even going through your research, just pay attention to what motherfuckers were saying. That was never Gunplay's whole thing. That was his baby mama shit. His baby
Yeah.
mama did that. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? That wasn't Gunplay doing that. His baby mama did that shit. So that money over there is with his baby mama. Tell his baby mama to give that money up.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, because he did say that. I think in a call with DJ Envy, he was just like, she panicked, and that's what she did in a panic. Um, I mean, I get it. Yes, she did it. It wasn't him. But in the same breath, what is going on over there to where she doesn't feel secure in the actions that you are doing, to where she feels like this is the out?
And for me, I'm gonna say this: You know what the fuck is going on over there. Like, we ain't have to. We don't have to be privy to that community and that type of money to not understand what's going on. These niggas are under somebody who is making cash money hand over fist. And so the only way they make cash money is if they be under this nigga hand over fist. These niggas don't have the money that this dude has. They got a little money, but they don't have the money that this dude has. So they move when this nigga move.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's like, that's why she panicked. She was like, well, shit, nigga, you ain't doing your own shows. You ain't bringing nothing in without this nigga. What if this nigga stops fucking calling you? She panicked.
Yeah.
And he was like, damn, be easy. Like, even as this shit progressed, we realized Rick Ross ended up paying for everything that his baby needed.
Yeah.
So it's one of them, he rely on this nigga and this nigga rely on him. Regardless of what y'all think this is, like, yeah, you can say Gunplay is running up under Rick Ross or doing whatever. He's doing whatever he had to do, but at the end of the day, man, you have to realize that this right here is the foundation that made Rick Ross who Rick Ross is. So it's never gonna change unless those niggas decide to change up. Gunplay never decided to change up. He's been there from the jump, and he's gonna continue to be there.
Yeah.
That shit is just it's getting reciprocated down. Motherfuckers just don't see that shit. And I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things I'm glad he addressed that shit, even on Drink Champs. He had told him, you know, he's glad that, you know, he paid for his daughter's surgery.
Yeah.
And like, he knew what was gonna happen. Rick was gonna make a couple of moves, he was gonna sell a couple of horses, he was gonna do what he had to do, but that shit was gonna get paid for. He was telling this woman, calm down, this shit is taken care of, and she panicked. So you go talk to her about that 30 grand.
Yeah. And I get that. Like I said, I do get that. It's just, I mean, I probably would have panicked too, because I'm relying on you and you relying on another dude. I don't feel comfortable.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
You're not supposed, like, with me saying I understand that shit is me saying I've seen it. I've never, you know what I'm saying? I've never done it, but I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never relied on another nigga. I can't.
Right.
But I'm not in the same format. Like, it's keep in mind, if the same face collided and one of my homeboys became a fucking multi-millionaire off rap, and he took me with him, and he took the whole hustle. I didn't have to hustle no more. So he took the whole drive of the hustle away from me. And I'm just waiting on him to say, here go this check. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how that shit'll play out. I know what I'll say now, but that's just me being older and wiser. I don't know what's gonna happen if that shit happened 20 years ago.
Yeah. 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 And I get that. But yeah. I just know, like, as a woman, you want to feel secure in the actions that your spouse is doing. And that just speaks to their relationship, that there's something in there that she's just not secure in his actions. You know?
Okay, even saying that, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate. You know, because that's
Mm-hmm.
just me. Even though I just did everything in my due diligence to build up, you know what I'm saying, whatever perception anybody thought of Rick Ross and Gunplay. Now, I'm gonna go back to this. How would you feel as a woman if you just put up a GoFundMe and your man turned around and gave another man a fucking chain in his bed? He surprised him in his bed with a chain.
Yeah. When I watched that, I was like, is she like recording it? Like, she's with the shits too? Like, I don't, but if it was me, we would have had to have a conversation prior to him presenting that chain, because this just, out of everything else, the optics are not good. You know what I'm saying? Like the optics are not good. Like you don't have to you don't have to post this recording.
That nigga woke
You
up.
know?
That nigga woke up like this. What's going on, baby? Oh, what's going? Oh, baby, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, like it was weird. It was such a weird video.
I just, I mean,
I'm
shout
like,
out to Rick.
was he sick? Like, did he break an ankle? Like, I
I
mean,
mean,
it was so weird. It was
shout out
so
to Rick Ross for really doing his what he think is a representation of what a boss is. Because I can guarantee you, Rick Ross orchestrated that fucking shot.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna be in
yeah,
the bed. I'm gonna be in the bed.
right.
You come in, you present
Just
this.
come up.
You come up, you present it to me. But you know the biggest boss. You represent you. You paying homage to the biggest boss. I can see him doing that just
Yeah,
because that nigga's confidence is like um in a whole different fucking dimension. It ain't got to do with none of this stratosphere that we have. This nigga's
yeah,
confidence is at a whole different level. Like even when niggas
yeah.
talk bad on him, he turned that shit around and make that shit work for him.
Hmm.
This nigga's on a
Absolutely,
different playing field, man.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I questioned the shit years ago. I was like, why are we okay with this happening? Like, I know he made good music. I get it. However, if it's supposed to be fuck the police, how are we letting this nigga slide?
How we letting this police nigga slide?
Yeah, like I questioned that a long time ago, you know. And I just but I mean, after so long of so many good songs, you just say, you know what? It is what it is. Let me go ahead and play that shit.
You know what I'm gonna
Maybach music, like I mean, we just gotta go with it. Like it just is what it is.
you know what I'm gonna say? What I think niggas related to, and I'm gonna keep it real, even the hardest nigga to the softest nigga in the world. When you listen to music, you're not a gangster, you're not a thug, you're a civilian. Civilians love this nigga. They don't they toss all that other shit aside and they just become a civilian.
Yeah, because you know everything that like his whole persona, his whole like it's all imaginary. Like he ripped somebody's real life. He in a former life was the police. Like everything that rap or hip hop is supposed to be built on or have foundations of, he is the opposite. And we let this shit slide because Maybach music sounds really fucking dope in the car. So, um, yeah, and you can't get to the point where you just can't fight it no more. It just is what it is. Because my bitch bad, looking like a bag of money. Like,
I'm
yeah,
not even gonna lie to you. The first time I heard Aston Martin music, like that's when I realized he was a problem. I knew he was a problem with that one. Like, you know that push it to the limit and all that. That shit was hard. That shit was fresh.
yeah,
Every nigga was bumping it. I was bumping it too.
me,
Everybody thought all that Curl City cartel shit was fly as fuck.
yeah,
But Aston Martin music, that changed the perception of Rick Ross. Like it was like this nigga was this nigga is an artist. Like that, know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
Curl City
yeah.
Cartel, like this nigga was just a rapper. But
Yeah. You know, when
he was
Aston
an
Martin music
artist.
came out, that was like around the time where I was really trying not to like him. Cause after Trilla, like when Trilla came out, like I had XM radio, and so like all the dope ass songs came out on XM before the album dropped. And when the album dropped, those were the only songs that were dope as fuck. So I kind of was annoyed. And then when I found out he was a CO, I was like, man, fuck that nigga, you know? And I didn't get back on until uh Bag of Money. Bag of Money just went so fucking hard. You know, but and then shit just started getting better and better and better. And I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. Like you can't just not play Rick Ross.
You can't.
You know?
Listen, that Aston Martin music was so cold because he took LL's bars and then made it real gutter.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
When I'm alone in my room sitting, I sit down and I call my damn bitch. Like that shit was crazy as fuck to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And but I mean, but he does a lot of questionable shit that
Yeah,
under normal
we know that.
circumstances, yeah, under normal circumstances we would not allow. But Glenn says they be like he was a cop, but he wasn't the captain though. Right.
Yeah, but he a cop. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, a cop is a
That's the
cop.
thing. I deal with I deal with cops. I deal with, you know what I'm saying? I do CIT training. I do a lot, you know. The job that I have outside of this job, you know, I talk to a lot of law enforcement. That being said, like, you know, I still ain't a CO though. Like, if I
Yeah.
decided to do anything in the world, like a motherfucker could not be like he a cop.
Right.
Like
Like
COs get labeled, they police. That's just, you know
they
what I'm
are.
saying? It's like, nigga, you police.
They have a uniform. Yeah, like they go through training. Like
It's like
they're
it's the thing. And
they're
then
the cops
I'm
of
not
the
even
field.
knocking this
Like
nigga being a policeman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking you for being a police. But like at one point, you know, and one point in everybody's life, man, you just gotta start telling the truth. And I just wish it like, you know, if Rick Ross told the truth about his whole life in an album and did the same cadence he always do and be the same confident dude that he always been, that'd probably be one of the best albums that came out whatever year he decides to do that.
yeah, but I don't think he's gonna take that risk, especially not now because he's accepted. It just is what it is. You know. Nowadays they accepting a lot of shit that just wasn't accepted back in the day. So,
Yes, it's a lot of whole ass niggas out here.
Glenn says, "Bro, you used to work at Ad Hoc."
Uh no, I've never worked at ad hoc, but
Is Ad Hoc still a thing?
yeah, it's still a thing.
Okay.
But what I do for a living is I train people. So I train people on how to deal with certain people that are dealing with certain, you know what I'm saying, certain illnesses and certain things that put them on the spectrum and things of that nature. I'm not gonna get in the full a full definition of what I do. Um but what I do is give certain people scenarios of what are you gonna do if this happens? Because this person is suffering from PTSD, schizophrenia, and is on the spectrum. What are you doing this? I train people in those scenarios.
Right. To try to de-escalate without using
Yes,
lethal force.
without using force, we want to de-escalate the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So that's Gunplay. And yeah. I mean all I can say at this point, that's Gunplay.
I mean, that's gunplay. Like gunplay, you ain't gotta give no money back, nigga. we know that GoFundMe wasn't on your shit. What I will say is on that shit, Gunplay, you ain't gotta defend shit that don't need to be defended.
Yeah, I feel like he's going out like a straight sucker. Like this shit is just it's too
He didn't
much.
try to. He didn't try to. This one of those things. This is a learning lesson for him. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, like it makes you look a certain way. So you ain't got to defend everything. You
Yeah,
just continue to do you, and then and just go about your business. When the shit need to be addressed, the shit need to be addressed, and then that's when you address it and you leave it at that, and you let the world do what they want to do with it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So hopefully this is the end of that whole scenario because it went from weird to extremely weird. So, um, so next up, uh, Sukihana. So we
Sukihana.
all know Sukihana. We all know and love Sukihana. Suki with the good coochie. um, if you don't know, she's a rapper. And she makes Little Kim clutch her pearls. She is very she's very explicit when it comes to sex. Uh, she
She's
says a
got an
lot.
OnlyFans.
She does have an OnlyFans. Yeah, and they was getting down through there on her OnlyFans. Golly. But anyway, um, and she's also on Love and Hip Hop Miami. But she was at an event recently, and it was about like four people at the table, and she was the only lady. I think Lil Duval, Funny Marco, and then there was one other person that was sitting at the table with her. But while they were sitting there, doing what they were doing at the event, YK Osiris comes behind her and starts massaging her shoulders, then grabs her face and tries to plant a wet one on her. All while she is looking like, what the hell is going on? Get off me. Stop. Don't do that. She's saying all these things to him, and he's just flat out ignoring her. He thought it was extremely hilarious after he got done. He walked off laughing, went and slapped hands with somebody who was standing on the side. Nobody came to her defense. Nobody told him like chill out or anything like that. If you see the video, it is extremely uncomfortable. Like I got secondhand embarrassment just watching it. Like it is extremely uncomfortable. Um, a lot of
That's a
people,
lot of women's perspective on it.
yeah, yeah, because unfortunately, this whole Me Too era has only been around for the last couple of years, and we have been adults longer than a couple of years, and even some people in their adolescence have been in situations like that where you are extremely uncomfortable. Um, and it's just unfortunate. Anyway, there was a whole lot of people. Uh, there's a whole lot of backlash online. A lot of people going back and forth with one another about the uh, about the video. Some people were, rightfully so, holding him accountable, saying that this is not right. And then there were some people that were saying, "Oh well, she should be making the music that she makes. She shouldn't be wearing the clothes that she wearing. I'll get a nigga a pass. It ain't that big of a deal. This, that, and the third." Um, I just want to say, I don't give a fuck what she says on a song. I don't give a fuck what she wears or lack thereof. I don't give a fuck how many videos she got on OnlyFans. Fucking. That does not give you the right to touch her if she does not want to be touched. That does not give you the right to speak to her in your kind of way. if she does not want to engage. The problem that people are not understanding in this situation is consent. Consent was not given. Period. Full stop. If consent was given, we wouldn't be here talking about it. But consent was not given. The girl clearly is not comfortable. The girl clearly was saying no. It was it was a ridiculous video. Like it was sad. Um, Along with this video, another video from a podcast that she appeared on 3 months ago,
Yeah.
appeared online as well, to go viral. And the podcast is Candy Coated Nights. Candy Coated Nights is with Candy Burris and DJ A1. DJ A1 is Escape's DJ, along with him being J Lo's DJ. Anybody that used to watch Candy Coated Nights back in the day, and even recently, Candy Coated Nights is basically a show where they talk a lot about sex. Like we already know that's what they do when you go in to watching or listening to the show. DJ A1 was on the show back in the day, and he's on the show now. DJ A1 is very unfiltered. It seemed like he had kind of calmed down from years ago, back when he used to be on the show. But apparently, he just needs the right person to bring it out of him, because when Sukihana was on that show, he completely sexually harassed her on that show. She was trying to tell him, like, yo, chill. You can tell she was visibly not with the shits. And you didn't have to be a rocket scientist to pick up on the signs that you needed to chill out, he said A1. Not only was he on one with her and she was clearly not reciprocating, he also showed her a dick pic. And then that's another thing. Men, y'all really gotta chill on those unwarranted dick pics. Like, it's one thing if we ask. It's another thing if we just wake up one morning and you send in a text saying, "Good morning, Queen," and we reply, "Good morning," and then you send a dick pic. Like, no, like, no. Like, we really need to chill out.
I'm going to intervene and I'm going to say, fellas, you just have to know the vibe. Like, you got to know the vibe, where the vibe is with that. And that is with the conversation. You got to know when to send a dick pic. Sometimes you can send a dick pic through the conversation. So you got to work the conversation in through that, where that is acceptable. It's still consent. Like, it has to be consensual. Like, it's no way, like she said, it is no way that as soon as the good morning king comes up, you send a dick pic. No. Through conversation, if that's one of those things that y'all have already conversed about, y'all have already had these conversations, then okay, yeah, go ahead and send it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then another thing about dick pics. There's only so many dick pics you can send of the same dick. Like, I mean, it's how should I say this? Like, the dick don't change. Like, it's not like, it's not like you dress it up. It's not like it's a dog and you put a new sweater on it or anything like that. Like, the dick is the same. So how many dick pics are you going to send? Like, geez Louise. And then you don't change the background. You don't change the lighting. Some of y'all be having y'all fucking feet in there. Y'all not really realizing that the background or your floors need to be mopped or anything like that. Like, just chill on the dick pics, okay? Please and thanks. But outside of the dick pic convo, what do you think about the whole
I'm gonna try to wrap this up, man.
That got a little personal.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
That
to wrap
wasn't
this up.
that wasn't the intention, but yeah. What are your thoughts?
Getting off the dick pics. I think consent really does play a part in all this. It's like Miss Sukihana didn't ask for this type of aggressive in her. Regardless of what you think, I tell people all the time, just because you see a woman walking around in high heels and a short skirt, don't mean she's a whore. Excuse me. And I mean this. It's like you still have to know how to approach a woman. Like, yeah, excuse me. We all know the thing of, you know, a hope between a lady. You know, hopefully your uncles or your father, if you was around your father, but if you wasn't around your father, hopefully your uncles told you what it is to understand a hoe and a lady. At the same time, they told you to understand what a hoe and a lady is. You approach them the same way, because that's the only way you're gonna gain the knowledge of if she actually a hoe or a lady. A lot of people be around a lot of things and act a certain way. Miss Sukihana is one of those. She has been and in her own words, she come from a long line of hoes. In her own words, she said this. At the same time, um, you got to pay that hoe for you touch her. So let's understand that. Know what I'm saying? That right there before we even try to dive into anything. So she come from a long line of hoes. All these hoes knew they had to get money before you even crossed them. So why would you feel like you thought you can get that off with her? Like, my thing is the audacity of most men who are defending this. And
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, I'm gonna wrap this up because I don't want to continue to talk about it, but I will say the audacity of certain men, and then the black men, I'll say the caucasity. Why are you acting like these white folks when it comes to our females and our black women out here? Like, yeah, they do that. These same niggas that do that type shit, like Osiris. You know, he wouldn't do it to his famous his favorite porn star. He wouldn't do that.
You right?
He have way more respect for her than he would Sukihana. And
Yeah.
it's not, and like they both do the same thing. The thing is, she talks about it more than the porn star does. So niggas be thinking she really about that shit. Nah, pussy, this is how I'm making my living. That don't mean you can run up on me and do that shit. Like, if anything, like, shout out to Funny Marco, shout out to Lil Duval. You know, they didn't have nothing to do with nothing, and they remained having nothing to do with nothing. But at the same time, somebody should have told him in the back, like, bro, what the fuck are you thinking about?
No, I look at it in a different way. So I don't shout out Fadi Marco. I don't shout out Little Duval because y'all was right there, and all y'all had to do was be like, "Bro, chill." That's all you had to do. There's nothing wrong with holding that man accountable in the moment. Don't stay out of it when you see stuff happening right there. When all you had to do is just be like, "Come on, bro, chill." He would have listened. He wouldn't went on about his business. You know
I
what I'm
wouldn't have
saying?
let him kiss her. This only because, like, nigga, she just made a song about eating niggas' ass. I would have been like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, back up.
Right. He just ate my ass. He want to switch. That's where I stopped singing. But because I'm not switching. But yeah. Yeah,
You gotta do the
that
kids
is
bop version after you say that.
right. Be eating his snacks. Eating his snacks. We be eating his snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because have you seen the TikTok videos of people singing that song?
Hell no.
Oh, it is hilarious because they kicking it, you know. Then he just ate my ass. He want to switch. Then I'm
Eating his
yeah.
snacks. You eating his snacks?
Right. They like, yeah, no. That's my cue. But yeah, like, you know, DJ A1, like I said, he was way worse years ago. But that video was cringe. Super
I didn't even
cringe.
I didn't even want to talk about that one, but like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Midway through it, that's crazy. That's like if we doing this podcast right now, and
Mm-hmm.
we got a special guest, and then I just fucking airmail her a dick pic midway through this motherfucker. Like, that's
Yeah.
some crazy shit.
Yeah. 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 It was just like, I don't want to go down that road again. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless of saying, that's the thing. It's like I said before, and again, I want to wrap this up because I don't want to keep talking on this because I don't want to seem like a feminist or somebody that's always trying to take take the women's side and not being objective and understanding the man. I do respect all men that do men shit.
Mm.
At the same time, like, nah, that again, that was just uncalled for. All those things is going on with Sukihana when it comes to people coming to her like that. Is uncalled for. The same way I say for everybody else when you come wrong to a stripper and all that because you know what I'm saying, because you think a certain way about her. Like, you really got to understand that these people livelihood. This is how they feed their kids or feed themselves or feed their moms or feed like a whole village. That
Mm-hmm.
that that's their livelihood.
Yeah.
Everybody done shit that's their livelihood, but it ain't them. You got to get to know those people.
Yeah.
Like, you think trash niggas like live in a fucking sewer? Like, I mean, not a sewer, but a fucking garbage can, like Oscar the Grouch. Like,
Right.
nigga, you got to get to know everybody. You got to
Right.
know everybody so you know how to intertwine with everybody. Stop thinking because a motherfucker do this, you can do this. Like, nah, it don't work that way. You got to stop living in your own bubble and start understanding everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. And then um, like I said before, you know, consent. Consent. The word for today is consent.
Consent.
So yeah. So that's that on that. Um, now next up, the uncles and aunties is fighting, man. They are fighting.
Yeah, they
And
are.
I feel like the rest of us are at the family reunion kids table just watching our uncle and auntie go back and forth. So what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to tell you. Anita Baker is doing her farewell tour currently, and because she's retiring, and she had a special guest slash opening act slash feature, whatever you want to call him. All we know is he wasn't the co-headline. She made that abundantly clear. He was not the co-headline. Babyface was on tour with her. And a month ago, they had a show in New Jersey. And due to technical issues, the show started late. Um, and then, you know, at certain venues, they have a curfew. It's a hard stop at whatever time that curfew is. That's when the show is over, whether you got through your show or not. So, because of the fact that they had to start late, um, apparently Babyface and his team was approached that they are not going to do their performance at all because Anita Baker wanted to do her full performance. So Babyface took to his social media and apologized to the fans and let them know that Anita Baker wanted to do her whole performance. Therefore, he did not perform at all. People were upset. Excuse me. People started, talking bad about Anita. Celebrities came out, got in the comments, talked about their own personal experiences that are not positive with Miss Baker. People also brought up a tour that Anita Baker did with Luther Vandross back in 1988, to where it was very hostile between them. And rumor has it was that they were not to see each other at all through the whole tour. That's how bad it was. Allegedly. So, like I said, that was like a month ago. So fast forward to this past week. I guess Miss Baker had time this week, and she got on Twitter and apparently looked up her name and started seeing all the foolishness that people were saying. And so she started replying back to people. Let people know that y'all do not have a copy of the contract. And if you did, you would know that he is not the co-headliner. He is my opening act, basically. And
she got on her bullshit.
Yeah, she got on her bullshit, which this is not the first time she's done that. She has had Twitter wars before. But but yeah, so one thing she did coin was talking about Babyface's fans that were coming after her. She called them Kenny's crazies.
Kenny's crazies.
That was a good one. That was a good
I'm
one.
gonna use that forever.
Right.
He should too.
He should. That should be, that should be his hive right there. Kenny's crazies. There you go. So, she also asked for Babyface to call off his fans for attack. I mean, because apparently they were attacking her. So she asked for Babyface to come out publicly and call him off her back. He didn't. He let the shit ride because him, like any sane person, knows that you can't control what other people do. But anyway, later on that evening, she puts out another post and she lets the world know that she has relieved Babyface from his services for the rest of the tour. Which really shocked people. And basically said that because of him not wanting to call off his crazy fans, that was the reason why she fired him from her tour. Then he puts out a post, basically saying it was true and I apologize that this occurred and wish her nothing but the best on the rest of her tour. So yeah. What are your thoughts?
Like, I'm gonna really wrap this up and I'm gonna just say this. Anita Baker has been a hard bitch to deal with for a long time. And it is what it is. Yeah. We can tell by the way she took time to address people that she's just one of those bitches that want to. She's gonna go with she gonna go with the shit. She gonna go with the problems. She ain't gonna go with the flow. She gonna go with the problems.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense for her to be 65 years old and ain't no man in the industry ever talked about bagging her. She's a bitch. And
and that's okay. That's okay. Like she has had the career to be a bitch. If she wants to be a bitch, that's fine. We're gonna let Auntie have that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. We just gonna let her have it. But yeah, she definitely showed her tail. It just sucks. Because me being a person that goes to concerts often, especially out of town, Like when they do things like this, they don't really consider the fans in instances like this, especially if they're fans of both people, you know. So that's the part that's unfortunate. Like you let your pride and your ego get in the way of the betterment of the tour.
Yeah.
But you know,
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, we digress. We move on. As fans, I mean,
hmm
you just understand that like certain shit happens like that.
yeah,
Everybody that's a star, you know, to be a star means you shine bright and you your own light. And sometimes it's hard to share that light with somebody. And that's what
yeah,
we're seeing. It's all good. Just move past it.
yeah, yeah. But when I tell you my mouth was to the floor seeing some of them tweets, that shit was funny. But yeah, but you know, best of luck to both of them. They're not gonna be hurting not one bit just because of this. You know, they're not. Nobody's getting canceled or anything like that. So
Nah, hell nah.
absolutely not. So, but
You can't
yeah.
cancel them
So
two niggas. Them two niggas is grandfathered into the game. You can't.
hell yeah, hell yeah, absolutely.
It look like you canceling Anita Baker. Come on, man, suck my dick.
Right. That like that doesn't even fit right in a sentence. You know. So no, nobody. Neither one of them getting canceled. They're good. We're good, and that's that. But that does bring us to the fucked up song of the week, which
How you
is
doing?
from Anita Baker. Um, I thought it would be appropriate. It's called "I Apologize." So yeah, it
Hmm.
was off of her album that came out in the early '90s, "Rhythm of Love." My mama had that album. It was pretty good. I used to play this song often. But speaking of my mama, she just texted me. But anyway, so verse one, operator, get my baby on the line. Because just the other night, we had a horrible fight. I admit it, I was out of control, but I still love my man with my body and soul. When the road gets rough, you say things you should not say. I never meant to treat my baby that way. I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do. I apologize. Oh, honest and true. Because I know I was wrong. And so I'll sing you this song. And I'm trying to get through and make it up. I know, right?
Yeah.
So, verse two, operator. It was like a bad dream. And Lord, you should have heard the way he shouted and the way that I screamed. I regret it because I was unfair. I took it all out of him. I took it all out on him just because he was there. When the road gets rough, you say things you should not say. I never meant to treat my daddy that way. I apologize. And then the bridge. I apologize for I was unkind, and I wish that I can go back in time, erase the goodbyes, and rewrite my life. But come rain or come shine, I'm wanna do this right this time. I apologize. So, what are your thoughts?
Listen. We all know Anita Baker's a bitch, and
Damn.
we just don't have to like we don't have to sugarcoat that. We read her tweets. We seen what has happened. We know what it is. The thing is, you bitches are going to have to start watching what you fucking say. Like this is the whole thing in a nutshell. Sometimes some of you bitches say shit that y'all don't fucking mean, and then y'all have to double back on this shit. And the only reason why Anita Baker is getting what the respect that she has is because she's able to sing that shit through. You think a raspy ass a voice bitch with a fucking fucked up attitude can steadily come back to you? Fuck nah. Fuck her. Like no. You're not gonna let it happen. Let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it what it
Yeah.
is, what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anita Baker has the voice of a goddamn angel. At the same time, she tells you the most devilish shit. She look you dead in the face and be like, "That's why you can't fuck, you little dick nigga." And like, then she turn around and say, "Man, I was just mad." Like, nah, leave my little dick
I
ass alone.
never meant to treat my baby that way.
Yeah,
I apologize. Yeah, that's all she
fuck
gotta
out of here.
do.
Fuck out of here, man. Trifling ass bitch. I'm talking about fuck out of here.
Oh, so that
I'm
means
about to use me.
she
I
could
done
get
seen niggas.
away.
I'm just sidebar. I done
Uh-huh.
seen niggas in these situations. I have fucked bitches in these situations. And be like, man, I can't stand going home to this weak dick ass. I'll be like, damn. Like, oh shit, you be talking bad about this nigga.
Right,
Like,
right.
I am nigga. Boy, if the minute I hear that shit about me, I am just going to vominos. I'm not sticking that throat because you trying to you disrespecting me to the world. I'm done.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, what you're saying is that Anita Baker can say some of the most gutter snipe, disrespectful ass shit that can ever come out of somebody's mouth, and all she got to do is sing, "I apologize."
Yeah. And these niggas will fall for it every time. Like,
Right.
nigga, no, I'm not
Right.
falling for that shit. You got me fucked up. Like,
Oh, baby, I know you didn't mean it.
come on, first of all, bitch, I can carry a tune and you got a baritone just like me. Bitch, I can tell you the same thing. You talking about I apologize. I can tell you I fucked your mama and a couple of your husband's wives. In the same cadence. Bitch, you got me fucked up. I apologize. I fucked your mama and your husband's wives. I can do the same shit, bitch. It's over.
Because I know I was wrong.
That's why I'm singing this song. I'm reaching out
Oh
to
my God.
you. Cause I apologize. Nah, yeah, I can do the same cadence, bitch. Fuck you. Go on about your business. Peace out. Peace out, baby.
Oh my God. That is hilarious. Yeah. So, word to the wise. If you can't sing like Anita Baker, don't say fucked up shit.
Don't say that shit. Cause niggas and women remember things. Like a lot of people don't understand that people remember what you say when they really involved with you. They remember what you say.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. I don't, niggas be talking about horoscope signs and all that shit. No, I'm just talking man and women. Man and women. When you disrespect man and women on certain levels, they pay attention to what you said. Because
Yeah.
that makes them understand the type of plight that they have with you. Like I said, I learned this shit from a comedian, and that nigga learned it from Andre 3000. Where it says, you got to learn what type of pain you are capable of. Are you used to the pain of leaving this person, or are you used to the pain of staying with this person? Which one is the best for you? Like,
Those are bars.
yeah, you have to understand that. Like, you get a motherfucker that like Anita Baker that what I'm saying, tell you, nigga, that's why your daddy got more swag in his dick game than you, and then turn around and tell you she apologized. You got to realize what type of pain you got to deal with.
Right. That's tough. That
Do
is
you
tough.
want to take that, or do you want to just go ahead and move on without being with Anita Baker? Because it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
But you
It
don't
just
want to. You don't want to be that nigga though. So just
right.
let it hurt,
Right. That's when you let it burn.
man.
Gotta let it burn.
And the immortal words of Kendrick Lamar, then Usher let it burn. Come on.
Yeah, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let it burn.
Right.
I fuck shit Raymond and then I told my boss. The Usher Raymond and Let It Burn came on. Like,
Right.
you gotta remember that. Like, that shit's real.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, but that was Anita Baker. I apologize. So you know, again, my final my final words is consent. The word for today is consent and chill. Consent and chill.
Respect, respect.
So what is Jerry's final thoughts?
Oh man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Because the Jehovah Witness in me forgot all about this fucking weekend. But when Lindsay snapped me back to reality, I want to say this. Um, Happy Father's Day and grateful Father's Day for everybody who actually happens to be a father. Actually happens to be a father in their kid's life and love every minute of it. Uh, I'm envious of you. Like, um, without bounds, I can't even lie. I'm envious of you. Because uh, this Father's Day and the Father's Day before that, I didn't get to like enjoy being a father.
Mm.
So I want to tell my fathers happy Father's Day and congratulations, and I appreciate y'all for being dads. Now, when I say that, I say this. Oh man, you sperm doning, no reaching out, no helping out. Um, these niggas gotta get it how they live. Fuck them kids ass niggas. I respect y'all too. Oh my god, I love you niggas. Man, on this weekend, man, act a fool. Act a fool. You know why? Cause this shit is make believe. And you niggas be make believe as possible. You fuck boy ass niggas. Be make believe as possible. Act like you the best daddy in the world. Do that shit. It's your day. It's your day. You seed dropping, no money bringing, no time having motherfucker. Do that shit too. Because you raise niggas like me. Niggas who actually don't give a fuck about what society thinks the norm is supposed to be. So I respect you niggas. If it wasn't for niggas like you, it wouldn't be a nigga like me. And we probably should applaud you niggas, because some of you niggas would have made a lot of these niggas soft. It's the reason why it's a bunch of South Cape ass niggas running around here is because it's niggas like you. So I respect you niggas too, man. Stay the fuck away. Uh, that being said, it's Juneteenth. Like, let's represent black. Let's represent us. Let's understand what it is or what it's trying to be. So represent you being black. You know, regardless of you being a daddy or whatever, because you black, you should be proud today. You should be proud this whole weekend. Fuck the 19th. You should be proud the whole weekend. You should be proud every day. But I'm gonna give it this weekend. Be proud of that. And because I'm all inclusive and I've been shouting out this Pride Month, be proud of that too. Understand what it is to be you. Like, for real. You went to one point where people thought you had a mental illness. But if you have became some of the smartest, wisest, and intertwined people in this world, period, uh, that's an attestament to you and I want you to be proud of you. Like, it doesn't, all these fictitious categories and structures that they put us through. Understand that you are the amazing you that you are, and I'm proud that you are here, and I'm proud that I'm representing this month with you. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Well, thank you for those words. And happy Father's Day. So,
Thank you.
and no problem. No problem. And yeah, and to all the listeners, happy Father's Day and happy Juneteenth. Um, yeah. So, and this is episode 84 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys on episode 85. Bye.
Exactly.